Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about South Park. Because South Park, man, I guess they kind of broke the internet when it came to entertainment, because they really went after Disney, and namely Kathleen Kennedy, for why all of their movies suck. I mean, Disney is putting out a bunch of woke garbage out there for the longest time. I mean, this is the same company that gave you Iron Man, that gave you Avengers Infinity War, and then they decided that the next phase of the MCU would go super duper woke, and like every single movie is failing. That last Thor movie was awful. I mean, it was terrible. Thor Love and Thunder. I did not go to the movie theater and watch that. Me and my wife actually watched it at home, and boy, we both hated that movie. What in the world were they doing? They already made Thor fat in Endgame, and then of course in Thor Love and Thunder, that was not Thor anymore. That was not Thor. He was a side character in his own movie to make way for Jane Foster. It was a disaster. Captain Marvel. And when it comes to Star Wars, man, Kathleen Kennedy has done irreparable damage to the brand that George Lucas created. I mean, they got one thing right, though, with The Mandalorian, and then they actually decided to fire Gina Carano. Why? Gina Carano was getting bullied by a bunch of woke trans activists on Twitter. They wanted her to put pronouns in her bio. She refused. She put beep, bop, boop to kind of mock them. Then she actually made another post on Twitter as well, you know, and it had something to do with Jews and the Holocaust, but it wasn't anything bad against Jews at all. And then Disney decided to fire her. And then she gave that interview with Ben Shapiro, talking about how Disney was forcing her to meet with all these groups and stuff, all this training and all this other stuff. Gina was like, no, they fired her. Well, South Park now has come out and they have mocked Kathleen Kennedy for really destroying like every single Disney movie. Now, we know that Kathleen Kennedy is really involved only with Star Wars, since she's actually the president of Lucasfilm. But even the Disney movies suck. They got a woke Snow White movie coming out in 2025 now with Rachel Zegler, and it's going to be woke. Well, now, guys, Gina Carano now is crushing Kathleen Kennedy after South Park just demolished Kathleen Kennedy. Look at this post right here on X. You guys can follow me on X at RealJohnMatrixx, by the way. She was actually responding to this clip that Geeks and Gamers actually put up here over here on X. I can't play the clip because we'll end up getting copyrighted. But man, this is funny. You know, instead of like the Infinity Stones, it's the Pander Stones, like pandering to the woke mob. And it's about the multiverse and all that other stuff, you know, because like everything now is the multiverse. So they're blaming Kathleen Kennedy for all of this. But now, since Kathleen Kennedy is getting destroyed, will it only be a matter of time before the likes of Disney and Lucasfilm call for people to be banned and everything for reacting to it? I mean, they absolutely destroyed Kathleen Kennedy here in this clip. But let's go ahead and read what Gina Carano actually said here. She said this. This is the part where Kathleen Kennedy demands any YouTubers get censored off of YouTube for sharing and laughing at this hilarious episode. She'll have YouTube disable the thumbs down option because of the ratio she'll receive. Then she'll have her publicist, Ghouls, make sure Variety and Hollywood Reporter run hit pieces about the South Park creators and their families, smearing their names through every useful idiot she has under her thumb who would sell their soul to work for Lucasfilm. She'll advocate her online, she will activate her online mob to repeat that the South Park creators are racist, bigots, homophobes, transphobes, and demand the South Park creators publicly apologize by only using words she approves of. And finally, she'll demand they subject themselves to a re-education course of 45 people in the LGBTQ community Zoom call to sit there and listen of how badly they've got their feelings hurt all over a little boop of a South Park episode. But maybe, just maybe, the jig is up. That is great right there from Gina Carano. Yeah, because actually, Disney, Lucasfilm, they wanted her to meet with like 45 people of the Alphabet Mafia because of that post she actually made on social media. Nothing wrong with the post. So she would have been subjected to, getting harassed by all these people. Like 45 on one. Yeah. Shout out to Gina Carano, man, because I believe she knocked this one out of the park. This is epic, man. You guys really got to see this clip here. Actually, the whole entire episode, because in the episode, they were talking about remaking the same thing over and over again. But the cartoon Kathleen Kennedy was out there. Oh, we got a solution here. Make the character female, make her gay. Kept saying that. Pretty funny right there. And all this woke garbage, man, it is just destroying Lucasfilm. It's destroying Marvel. Disney has had a rough 2023. And boy, this is great right here. This is great. I'm really wondering how the real Kathleen Kennedy actually feels about this. And I'm loving that Gina Carano came out and destroyed her for what she actually did to Gina Carano's career. Gina Carano is still going strong. Gina Carano should have never been fired from The Mandalorian. And since she actually got fired, Mandalorian season 3 sucked. It sucked bad without Gina Carano. Season 3 was just god awful. It really could have used some Cara Dune with Gina Carano. But hey, they didn't want to do that. They wanted to pander to the Alphabet Mafia. So instead of actually getting Gina Carano in season 3 of The Mandalorian, they gave us Lizzo. You got Lizzo instead of Gina Carano. Yeah, that was terrible. Bad decisions being made over there at Lucasfilm. Yeah, even Ahsoka couldn't save Star Wars at this point. That was a mediocre season of the Ahsoka show. Star Wars is dead, man. It is dead. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.